It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. The action is only moments away, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Looking to throw. Duckworth. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now the first carry here for the running back. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The visitors' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Baker. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good gain of 12 yards that time. They'll look to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle they go. Baker. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Duckworth firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Duckworth over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Duckworth. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Duckworth. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
3rd and 10.
From the gun on third down. Duckworth. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Duckworth to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The slot man in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Baker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Baker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Off the RPO, he completes it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Back to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Duckworth. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Duckworth, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he's got his man on the out route. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Operating from the gun. Duckworth. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14 to 10 line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, interesting one right off the bat, and it's the visiting side who had the lead in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now a give, right side. It's Baker, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Duckworth. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return,
and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Baker. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Baker, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now a give, right side. Baker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route, and they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Looking to throw. Duckworth forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Operating from the gun. Duckworth. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Baker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And the result here, a pickup of 8. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Baker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Baker. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Off play action. Duckworth. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw. Duckworth. The kidder here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Another try. 2nd and 10 now. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it fly. That is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's complete to Baker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.